What's going on, guys? Austin Laramie here from Zero to Hero Dog Training, and today I want to talk about the stay command. All right, so I got Artie here. If you've seen my videos this week, you know that he just started his board and train with us. He'll be with us for 2 months, so I'm teaching these things in real time with him. So a little bit about the stay command and about me, how I do it is I don't actually teach the word stay. Instead, I teach implied stay, which means that all the commands that I give my dogs have a built-in stay. So I'll give an example. When I say sit to any of my dogs, they understand that they must remain in that position until I release them. Or if I say down or if I say place, they know just to keep doing that until they're released. It's much easier to teach, saves a lot of time, okay? But before I could teach the stay to my commands, I have to teach the command first. So you want to make sure your dog understands the command before you start teaching it, the stay. So if we're not using the word stay, how do we teach the dog to stay? It's very simple. We use leash pressure and rewards. So the easiest way to start teaching stay to your dog is using the place command first. The reason why it's so easy is because if you know anything about the place command, it just means to get on any elevated object and stay on it until released. So with the place command, it's easy because I don't care if the dog's sitting, laying down, chewing on a toy, standing, as long as they're on it, right? It's very clear. If they're off of it, very clear. If they're on it, very clear. It's easy to teach. The method is when I'm starting to introduce the stay, when they get off, I mark with my leash pressure marker, and I put them back on. And I repeat that until they do very well. So I'm going to start teaching you guys how to do it. Up to this point, your dog should have knowledge of leash pressure, how to turn it off. Your dog should have a reward marker, which is a sound that releases them and gives them a reward. And they should be engaged with you, a little hungry, yada yada. So, place command. If you don't know how to teach the place command, I'm going to link my how to teach a place command to any dog video in the description of this video. But if you're familiar with the place command, then this video is for you. Start with the place command to teach stay. So I'll show you how I do it. So I'm teaching this in real time. He already knows to stay in his sit. He's a very smart dog. He learns very fast. It didn't take very long. And again, before I can add corrections, I have to teach the dog first. So leash pressure is not a correction. It's just information. I can't correct a dog for something they don't know, okay? So good. Let me show you how I do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your place board or whatever you're using for a place. It can be a picnic table, a bench, a rock, a log. Doesn't matter what it is, off. As long as it's something elevated they can get on. I'm not going to go too in depth on the place command itself. I'll link my video for that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him on the place. Artie, place. Good. Good job. Cool. Once your dog is on the place, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start right next to them. You're going to take one step away from them. When you get one step away, wherever you're at, you can either use your release marker or your terminal marker, yes, to release them, or you can use your continuation marker to reward them on the place, which is what I like to do. So I'll show you what it is. Artie, place. Good. He still gets a reward for getting on. But what a continuation marker is it is the sound or a word that tells him, good job, I'm coming to you to give you a reward, but don't actually break the position. So I'm going to go out here, good. I walk back to him, I give him a reward. He understands that when he hears good, he's getting a reward, but he's not supposed to move. When he hears yes, he knows that he is free to come and get a reward from me, and then he's free to do whatever he wants to be a dog. Again, I have videos on the markers, so I won't go too in depth with that. Place. Good. So, again, what you're going to do, you're going to get your dog on your place, and in the beginning, don't get greedy. I'm just taking one step away from him, and I'll show you what I do. So I take one step, right where I'm at, I say good, I walk back, I give him a reward. So again, in the beginning, you're doing baby steps, right? What happens is sometimes you can't even get, your dog to stay on long enough to even take your one step. So what you do is every time your dog gets off, you put him right back on. So again, let's say I put him on, and before I can even take my step, he gets off. What I do is I have a marker that predicts leash pressure. I use So when he hears he knows that it's wrong answer, try again, and I use the leash pressure and I put him back on. So again, start taking one step. Where you're at, good. Walk back, give him a reward. That's a nice job. Now, he is a smart dog. He learns very fast. He's doing very well. So I'm going to pull out the ball, which drives him crazy, right? You want to do things to excite your dog to make the mistake on purpose. So you want your dog to make the mistake here so you can teach them, hey, wrong answer. So here's what happens. Say your dog does really good with like no distractions, but then you start adding some light distractions and now all of a sudden it's like they don't know it. It's because they've never seen it with that picture. So you want to start this in a low distraction environment. There's nothing really going on here, but this ball is going to build his excitement a lot higher. So I'm going to take this ball and I'm going to throw it. The second he gets off, I'm going to say wherever I'm at. And then I'm going to use the leash and I'm going to put him back on, and I'm not going to reward him when he gets back on. What's important is if your dog gets off, you put him back on, you delay your reward, because if he gets off and then the second I put him back on, I say good and I reward him, that's going to train him to make the mistake on purpose in order to get the reward. So once he's on it, when he breaks it and he gets put back on, you must delay your reward. So whatever you do to get your dog to break the position, you want to do that over and over until they stay, then you reward. So if I throw the ball and he breaks it, I say I put him back on. I throw the ball, he breaks it, I say I put him back on. I throw the ball, he breaks it, I can either say good, walk to him, reward him, or I can say yes, release him to go get the ball. Make sure though that every time you release your dog, you are close to him in the beginning. I'm not going to go all the way out here, then release him. That's going to cause your dog to anticipate the release. Every time you get far away, he's going to go, oh, I'm about to get released, and then they're going to be more inclined to break the command. So in the beginning, every time you release your dog, you have to go back. Then you're going to say yes, and you're going to release him when you're close to him, like that. This guy loves the ball. Drop. Good boy. Place. Good job. So here we go. I'm going to show you what this looks like. This is how you build the stay. You want to add distractions. So I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to throw it. Good boy. See that? The second he got off, I said and I put him back on. Now I'm going to walk and get the ball. If the process of me walking to get the ball he gets off, I say wherever I'm at. Even if he gets to me, I say the second he gets off, I walk back, I put him back on the place. I'm going to do that again. Yeah, place. You see that? I moved the ball a little bit, he got excited, he broke the command. He's not in trouble, I'm just teaching him. So I said immediately as he went off of it. Then I put him back on. I'm going to do that same thing again that got him to do that. If he stays this time, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to release him and let him get the ball. Wow. Place. I'm going to do it again. Place. I'm going to do it again. Yes! Right? He stayed right there. So I said yes, I released him. Now I'm going to play with him a little bit. Yeah, that's a good boy, because that's a good dog, and I'm going to let him win. Good boy. Yeah. All right, drop. Good boy. Place. Nice. Very good. Now I'm going to do that again. Yes. Good. You see how he stayed? He anticipated. He caught himself. He hesitated. So I released him there. I rewarded that moment that he decided to hesitate and not get off the place. Good boy. Yeah. Drop. Good boy. Place. So again, that's what you want to do. It's as simple as when your dog gets off, you put him back on over and over. and you add distractions that get your dog excited enough to break the command so you can teach him, hey, no, wrong answer. And again, while he's sitting here, he's not gonna wanna eat now, but I'm gonna pet him. Good job, good boy. Make sure though, you don't get too greedy and you don't make it too hard in the beginning. You want your dog to have more wins than losses, okay? So if your dog really struggles with seeing other dogs, then I might go to a dog park, but I might go 50 feet away from the dog park to where he sees the dogs, he's interested, but it's not too close to where he just continually gets off, and it's just loss after loss. And then in the process of him getting used to 50 feet away, then I'll go 30 feet, then 20 feet, then 10 feet, then right up on the fence. Maybe in the course of a week, maybe in the course of a session, depends on your dog, okay? So don't make it too hard in the beginning. Do this in low distraction, but you have to do this in multiple environments, okay? Most people fail at proofing the command, which means making the command stronger. Why they fail is because they only train their dog in their house, in their yard. Then they go to the park, they try to do the commands, and the dog acts like they don't know it. And it's not that they don't know it, they've just never seen it with a squirrel walking by, or a dog going by, or people playing, or kids throwing the ball, right? So you have to show your dog multiple pictures, multiple distractions, multiple environments for them to really understand and to have a strong stay. So again, he's relatively good. He's a smart dog. I promise I'm teaching this in real time. It's just he already has a good sit stay that only took literally 3 sessions to teach. Very smart dog. But yeah, so if you get your dog to the point where now they're staying when you can walk relatively some good distance from them, good, nice, then your dog's ready for some more distractions. So each environment should be a little more difficult than the last, okay? But don't make it too difficult. So again, I'm gonna show you what this looks like. I'm gonna swing the ball, place. And again, I delay my reward. I'm not going to reward him here, I'm just gonna swing the ball again. If I can swing the ball again and he stays, then I'm just going to reward him. So I'm gonna swing it again, wow, Nice. You can praise him when he gets back on, that's fine. But again, do the thing you're doing that gets your dog to break the command over and over until they stay. Then release them the moment they stay. Wow. Yes! Right there. He hesitated, didn't get off. I rewarded that moment. I released him with yes, and he's free to come get the ball. Now I'm gonna play with him. Yeah, good boy. I drop. Nice. Place. Now again, I'm gonna swing the ball again. Place. Right? Every time we play, he gets amped up. So you gotta do it multiple times. Yes! Right? He stayed there, so I released him. And I'm not being greedy. I'm not going 50 feet away. I'm not going right up in his face with the ball, but I'm doing it right next to him. Good boy. Nice. All right, drop. Place. Nice, nice. Already place. Good. Good boy. Artie. Artie. Wow. Place. Artie. Wow, dude. What's that dog? What a good dog. Good. That's a good boy, yeah. Wow. Good. That was nice. He stopped himself there. You see that? That was good. That's what you want. Right now I'm just working on the place stay, teaching them to stay. Very low environment, low distraction environment. All I'm doing is I'm just walking around and reinforcing it by walking back to him and giving him a reward for staying on. If he gets off, right now I'm adding leash pressure and I'm putting them back on, showing them, hey man, no, you're not released. Wrong answer. Yes! And I'm also adding accountability to where now if I say the command, I'm showing them, hey, no, you have to do it. It's not optional. Artie, place. He lagged on that one, so I marked and showed him, hey, no, you have to do it. Good. Oh, this is gonna be hard for him. Place. This is gonna be a hard one for him. Place. What I'm doing right now is I'm just taking some sticks because he's very toy driven and I'm throwing them. And if he stays, I'm rewarding. If he breaks, I'm adding my leash pressure to show him wrong answer. Place. Place. And you see I'm doing it over and over. Yes, go get it. There, he stayed, got it. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Come on, bud. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. You're doing so good. Artie, place. So again, I'm gonna do that again. Yes! Good! Good job, dude! Yeah! Come on, buddy. Yeah. Good job. Artie, place. Place. There's a bug on his back. Yes! Good! Nice, dude. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. All right, Artie, place. Yes! Woo! Go get it. Yeah, that's a good boy. Cool, guys. That's a little example of how you want to start adding reliability to your stay. I take some toys. I do whatever he's weak in, which of course his toy drive is so high, so the toys are weak, right? He's really good with me walking around, running past him, whatever, but the second I take a toy out and throw it, he struggles. So I work on that, and I show him that until it's perfect, and then I move on to the next thing. That's what you want to do. So again, you want to make sure that you take everything very slow. You have to go in multiple environments. You have to slowly increase distractions. Okay? There's 3 Ds to dog training, and you want to use these. Distraction, duration, distance. Distraction is what's going on around your dog that excites them enough to break the commands. Duration is how long they'll stay on said position, and distance is how far you can get away from them before they break the command. So I'm slowly increasing distance, I'm slowly increasing distraction, and I'm slowly increasing duration. A distraction can be as simple as I take 1 step away and that's exciting enough for my dog to get off. Or it can be a dog park with dogs running around on the other side of the fence and they're like, oh my goodness, dogs, and they get off. Or a ball where I throw the ball and they go, oh, I'm getting off, right? If you get your dog really good to where you can walk pretty far, cool. You need to start being more exciting and adding more distraction now. So maybe Go to a new environment and just do the same thing. New environment, but now you're just redoing it. You're adding your distance a little bit and you're rewarding him as he does good, every little baby step. Your dog has to enjoy the training. Training should not be boot camp for dogs, okay? When you're motivated, you learn much faster. It's the same with dogs. If I go to a class and I'm not into it, I'm not going to learn much because it's going to drag on. I'm going to be like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. But if I go to a class and it's hard work, but I'm really into it, it's going to fly by. Even though it was hard work, I had a lot of fun learning. Same with your dogs. If they're motivated and they enjoy it, then they're going to learn much faster because it's enjoyable for them. So again, even though you're adding corrections later on, it shouldn't override how much fun they're having, okay? And I'm not one to just pound dogs and pop leashes and do this because I said so. It's a partnership. It's a leadership, right? We should just be bonding. This is your relationship with your dog, okay? You want to use this as an important time to bond and also build some leadership. Let your dog trust in you, all right? So again, take it very slow with your dog. Add distractions. Take them to multiple environments. As many environments as you can possibly think of is going to just be a big difference than a dog that only does this in the house and in the front yard, all right? So again, I'm gonna swing the ball. It's been a minute. I'm gonna swing it. Yes! He stays, I release him, and I play with him. Good job, nice dog. Drop, place, nice. Cool. Multiple environments, guys. Add your distractions. 2 principles you have to live by. 1, I say a command 1 time, and if my dog doesn't do it, I always reinforce it with the leash pressure or correction depending on where the training is. I never let any command go unfinished. If I say come and my dog doesn't come, I'm always going to show him he has to. Principle 2, if your dog is in a command and they break the command without you releasing them, you must always fix it immediately. Never let your dog get 1 rep where they get away with breaking it. So when you're doing out of sight stuff, it can get tricky. So when you're doing out of sight stuff in the beginning, you want to go to a place where maybe I'll just go hide behind a pole. I can watch him, but he doesn't know he's watching, or I'm watching him. And I watch for the second he breaks. The second he breaks, I say, wherever I'm at, I pop back behind from the tree or the wall, and I use the leash pressure and I put him back on. Then I go right back to where I was. I wait a few seconds, boom, boom, he does good. I say good wherever I'm at. I walk back to him, I reward him. Or I walk back to him, I say yes, and I release him. Because again, you want to only release your dog when you're next to them in the beginning. That'll diminish the stay if you continually go away from your dog, then release them. It's a little more advanced. Good boy. Drop. Place. Place. Nice try, dude. He tried to get the ball. But yeah, so that's how you do it, guys. Very easy. It just involves your dog being on an elevated object. Don't care if he's sitting, laying down, standing, whatever. If he's off of it, it's extremely clear to him that he's off. If he's on it, it's extremely clear to him that he's on it. Then I move on to the sit and the down, right? Different positions, and the stand, which is very hard. So again, slowly increase the distraction level. Go to PetSmart, Home Depot, your friend's house. Go to the dog park. Go to the park. Let there be kids around. Let people approach. So many different pictures to really show your dog and help them understand what you expect. You have to show your dog what you want from them, for them to learn, okay? And don't just start getting frustrated. Don't yell at your dog. Use these steps every time and have a little bit of patience. Have fun with it. Don't get frustrated, man. Be patient, okay? You have to teach your dogs, right? Sometimes some dogs learn a little slower than others. He's a German Shepherd. He learns extremely fast. Good. So again, if you can get to the point to where you can walk around, that's when you want to start adding some more distractions. Get a toy out, get another dog out, go to a new environment and restart. If you get to the point to where I'm at, where you can walk around, your dog stays, but then you go to a brand new environment and you put him on a place and the second you take 1 step, he gets off, cool, that's all right. He's never seen it in that environment. You need to teach it like he's never seen it. So don't get frustrated and start going, oh, you know this so well. No, He's never seen it like that. Start from step one again. One step. He gets off, put him on. Cool, you can get one step away, reward him. 2 steps, right? Don't go to a new environment thinking that he's gonna replicate what you just did yesterday in the other environment, right? Start from the beginning. But if you go to a new environment and he does do the same thing, cool, start adding some distractions, right? Pretend your dog has never learned the command every new environment you go, so that you don't get frustrated and start thinking, oh my goodness, you know this, dude, it's so good, right? No, just pretend he doesn't know it. That way you understand, oh, he doesn't know it, I gotta teach it. Super unfair of me to not teach it here if he doesn't know it, right? I promise you, if you stay patient, you don't get frustrated, you keep following this cadence, your dog will get really good at the place stay. To the point to where you'll be able to walk away out of sight, he'll stay. Dogs will go by, you'll throw a ball, whatever, he'll stay on it, right? But you have to be patient. And then of course, when your dog gets really good and understands it in multiple environments with multiple pictures, multiple distractions, you have to start adding leash corrections. That's another thing. That's where, cool, you know it now. Now there's a consequence if you get it wrong, there's a consequence if you get it right, right? But again, don't be too fast to add corrections. Make sure your dog really understands it. The way I do it using before I use no is now it can tell me if my dog knows it. What'll happen is once he's really good, he's gonna get off, I'm gonna say and before I can add the leash pressure, he's gonna get back on. That tells me he comprehends that he was supposed to stay on, and then he knows why I said At that point, that's when I start saying no and correcting him, because now he knows. But cool guys, let me know if this makes sense. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys for the next video. Thanks.